Hello parents, this is the tutorial for the week of March 4th through March 8th. This week we will be beginning our summative project business plan organizer. So I wanted to go over what that is, what it will look like. So in the email you're going to see this middle section here, and it talks about how the students are going to be doing a trade fair business plan, and that they're going to have an attachment onto the email as well as in their EDSB when I post all of the same stuff in their EDSB. And they're going to be focusing on this business plan for the next couple of weeks. So this week of March 4th through the 8th, they're actually going to begin their business plan. So their business idea can be any business that they think would be successful. They're going to pick two different options. It can be a good or a service. They can pick two goods or two services. That we want them to pick two so that they can create an EDSB poll in the new EDSB group that I've created that I'll also show you, and we want them to be able to collect data on which product or service would be the most successful based off of their market research. So that's the point of doing the EDSB poll. So on their business plan, which is attached, so go ahead and open that up so that you can see what I'm talking about. And I've attached this last week's email, and I will attach it every week until the trade fair actually is due, which is the 22nd of May. I want them to gradually work on this as they're exposed a little bit more to those social studies skills as we go through them. So this is what the business plan looks like. Their first objective is to complete this beginning part. So what are their business ideas? Are they going to want to sell chocolate chip muffins or chocolate chip cookies? Do they want to mow grass? Do they want to paint nails? It could be any business that they think would be successful. If your child had the choice to attend the guest speaker on Tuesday of last week, we did a guest speaker on Zoom that was able to talk to the kids about how she created a tea business, and she went over, why she picked tea, because she was interested in it and she liked it and she thought that there was a need for it. So kind of having the conversation with them of what is a business and why is it the best choice for them. So one thing that you could do is you could have them log into EDSB, and then here it has a Stallings first grade trade fair group. I have attached a short little video about a girl who created her own business, so it's a unique business, but it might help them with their planning. So this is where they're going to post their EDSB poll once they have completed their business idea plan. Whew, long story short, they're going to also talk about how does it benefit the community, as well as what would be the cost of their business. So as you can see, I've created a little checklist here. They are not completing the whole entire thing. I only ask that they complete these first two this week. So what they'll do is they'll again go back into this EDSB group, trade fair group. They will click on poll, and they will create a poll that just says something along the lines of which one would you rather have, or which one would you rather purchase, and then they would put their two business choices. So this is their way of getting market research on which business would be the most successful. So they'll go back in here, they'll check, and then they can make the decision. Maybe they had more people vote for chocolate chip cookies than chocolate chip muffins, but they still want to do chocolate chip muffins, and that is their prerogative. That's their choice. So they will do these two this week, and then we will use that market research, we'll use that information to build upon for the following week, when we will work on advertising and actually creating their business. So that is the business plan for trade fair, and again, it's going to go into this group here that I have created, and I've sent an invitation to all the kids, so they should be able to get that. So that is the trade fair business plan for this week. Next up on our e-learning plans, we also have a little red note here for our math lesson on Tuesday. We are going to be practicing time this week, and we are only expected to learn to the hour and the half hour. So I'm asking that the kids do a cut and paste activity with me. It's one of the attachments on the email. It is called the Telling Time Cut and Paste. So I will show you here, Telling Time Cut and Paste. I would ask that they have a printed out copy of it, scissors and glue, to make sure that they can do that activity with me during my live Zoom lessons on Tuesday. Down at the bottom, remember, please check these. There's tons and tons and tons of extra service opportunities. They are some Mother's Day activities for your child, as well as just some extra enrichment. I know, especially with mathematics, there's some skills that your child might be ahead of, and I want to make sure that they're getting enrichment in those areas. So I try to include at least some sort of activity that would be an above level, as well as a review. So please make sure you look at those at the very bottom. Not expected, just extra if you feel that your child needs more. So on to our must do and can do. So I'm going to just go ahead and show you the must do. If you would rather look at the e-learning plans that I've sent out from the very beginning, I'm going to continue to do those because I do feel like it organizes by time of the day, and that might be better for your schedule. But I've also had really good feedback about this must do, can do list. So I've organized it by time and schedule, and then I've also done the can do activities on here. So if your child would like to do 2 or more, they are more than welcome to do that. Again, my objective is to just give you opportunities for your child to be actively learning. If you are finding that you need to do less or more, please take it upon yourself to decide that. You know what's best for your child. My only goal is to make sure that I'm giving you resources. So that is the objective here. If we look at our paragraph of the week for this week, it is, if you had $100, what would you spend it on and why? It's kind of a little review of their spending versus saving from last week, or from this week, and a little preview, and it's also a little review of money. So having them really think about what they're spending their money on, maybe even do a little bit of research on what things cost. You can have the conversation about tax. It can kind of flow into more. The math for this week, I wanted to show you, I did include some additional brain pop videos. The time is only expected, like I said earlier, to the hour and the half hour, but there's tons of brain pop videos on telling time to the quarter as well as to the minute. So if you wanted to really push them, those are second grade standards. You're more than welcome to watch some of those videos and have them practice telling time to the quarter and to the minute. I've also included the Lemonade War attachment, as well as a link. So I thought that this would be a really good way for them to practice listening to chapter books and then doing kind of like a little novel study, book study. So there is an attachment in the email. It's called Lemonade War, here it is, the Lemonade War journal prompts. So what they'll do is they'll just go into YouTube and they will listen to the read aloud of those chapters, and then they can complete the journal prompts as an additional writing activity. So I have that in for a couple of days, and I'll also make it so that that can be an option for future weeks, because obviously I know they're not going to finish it in 2 days. But it's a really good story. It's all about economy. It's about siblings kind of being in competition with each other, selling lemonade. But it has a really, really good vocabulary talking about saving, spending, budgets and, you know, profit. So it is very advanced. I think it's like a 5th grade level text, but it's read to them, and it has really good connections to our current unit. So I highly recommend. So I think our password for the week is going to be stallings again, trying to make life easy for everybody. And I think that's it, friends. I think that we're kind of getting into a flow, so I'm very happy. Please reach out if you need anything. I appreciate you. Bye, friends.